Hey, 5th grade mathematicians, we are going to do day 138 of our entry task. Problem number 1, enter the product, 177 times 58. So we're going to have two partial products. We go 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 7 again, 56 plus 5, 61. 8 times 1 plus 6 is 1416 in our first partial product, and then we have 5 tens, so anything times 10 is always going to have a 0 in the ones place. So 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 7 again, 35 plus 3 is 38. Carry our 3, somehow, 3. 5 times 1 plus 3 is 8. So we have 8. Why did I put that way over there? 8,850. We're going to add our partial products. And we end up with 10,266. Now, I want to ask, is my estimate reasonable? Well, this is about 200. This is about 60. And 60 times 200 is 12,000. So, yeah, that's a reasonable product. So, 10,266 is our product. Problem number 2, round 9,847 and 2,487 ten-thousandths to the nearest thousandth. So here's the thousandths place, right? TH. So the thousandth place is right here. Why is that not? I think my pen turned off. There we go. Thousandths place is, whoops, that's way too big, but it's the 8 right there. Okay. And we're going to look to the 10,000ths. So we follow the rule, 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or less, let it rest. So the thousandths is going to soar, okay, because we have 7. So if we round it to nearest thousandth, it's going to be 9,847 and 249 thousandths. All right, you guys remember way back at the beginning of the year when we worked on that? It doesn't seem possible, does it? Okay, which expression is equal to 154 over 24? Well, we know by now that that is a division problem, so it's D. Okay, number 4, Ian is building a rectangular prism. The bottom layer of the prism is shown. He builds a prism that has 9 layers. Enter the volume in cubic centimeters of the completed rectangular prism. So volume of a rectangular prism is length times width times height. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this tells us that they're centimeters. And then we have 1, 2, 3 centimeters. Okay, so we're going to do 5 times 3 times 9. Okay, which ends up being 15. I'm going to do that first. I don't have to do that first because it's a multiplication problem and I can use commutative property. But now I can do, what's 9 times 10 is 90, and 9 times 5 is 45, and 90 and 45 is 135 centimeters cubed. So isn't it cool when you start to use your distributive property to help you do mental math? And problem number 5. Patterns P and Q are generated using these rules. Start with 0 and add 1 1/4. Pattern Q, start with 2 and add 1. The first two ordered pairs generated by these rules are 0, 2, and 1 1/4, 3. Enter an ordered pair formed by the 6th terms. Okay, so we know, I'm going to start with, because the first term we have 0, and then the second one is 1. So I'm going to add 1 1/4 to 1. Well, or to 1 1/4, because that's what we're doing. We're starting with 0 and we're adding 1 1/4. So 1 1/4 plus 1 1/4 is 2 1/2. That is the third term. 2 1/2. Now I could write that as 2 2/4, right? And maybe I'll do that just to help us out a little bit here. So 1 1/4 added to that would be 3 3/4, and that's our fourth term. And we add another 1 1/4. So 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 1/4, we would end up with 5, right? Why did I do that? I couldn't tell you. That's the fifth term. And then we're going to add 1 1/4 to that, which would be 6 1/4. Okay, so that's our sixth. That's for P. Now for Q, our second term is 3, right? And our rule here is we start with 2 and add 1. So this was 2, that's 3. So the third term, we add another 1, would be 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. And 6 plus 1 is 7. So our sixth ordered pair would, or sixth term, would be 6 1/4 and 7. And there you have it. So we're down to 2 days, fifth graders.